All right, guys, Honey Jefe here. Let's take about a 30-minute break. Lawnmower ran out of gas. I didn't bring a gas can with me. I just forgot, but I got most of what I want accomplished. As far as mowing. All right, so I'm gonna say it's close to 3 o'clock. Come around here. So I mowed around the immediate perimeter of the fence on the outside, as you can see. And then I kind of did an outline all the way around. Here, I mowed inside, which was pretty tricky. The main thing was mowing directly in front of the beehives, which I did. There's still some areas right that need to be hit with the weed eater. I'm still tired. Oh man, it's 100 degrees out here. So I'll step on some of that. I brought some shingles out here. So one of the mistakes I made, and think about this when you're doing your apiary, you got to have enough space to be able to work in front of your beehives too. If you're going to mow or do any kind of trimming. So there is enough room. I'm trying to pull this out. There's enough room for me to get a mower in here, but I probably should have pulled these back a little bit or put this fence a little bit further away. These bees aren't super happy. Just because I was mowing in front of them. But it'll be all right. I think what I'm gonna do is check real quick. Grab this bucket. I've got 4 honey supers here. I've got about 40 frames for the mediums. I'm just kind of referring to the mediums as honey supers. These are deeps, those are mediums. Man. I need to do something with these boxes too. I think what I want to do is to get that hybrid top frame, top bar hive that I have at the green apiary and just modify it, bring it out here and just make it kind of like a working station. I'm not going to, if that hive that I have out there survives, I may move it to the Balderas apiary because it's closer. Anyway, I'm saying that as I'm looking at that cart over there. But I need to clean all this up. So I plan on using these. So what do I want to do? I don't have my smoker lit. I want to see if any of these guys are ready for a deep box, or maybe I can just add a medium super, and just let them build it up. Let them expand a little bit. It's June. Some people are harvesting their honey right now here in Louisiana. I'm not doing that. Let me look in here. So I'm still concerned about some of these hives. A few small hive beetles in here. Well, that's just ants. All right. All right, here's some brood here. Not much. A little bit over here. All right, these guys actually have an internal feeder right here. A 2-frame. Quite a bit of brood right here, as well as over here. I don't know why I didn't catch that. I guess I didn't make a mental note, but there's plenty of brood here. See if my queen's here. I'm just going to slide this over on the outside. There are no frames above this. There's not a second box, so if they're all shifted over one, it's not that big a deal. All right. They've taken all of this. They have a 2-frame feeder in there. I'll let them just hang on to that when that's empty. There's still plenty of foundation in there for them to build on. Just going to pull out one of these middle frames. All right. It's like capped, mostly capped honey. Not sure if I want to put another box on here, a medium just like this one. That's not a honey that I would harvest, because I have a feeder on there, and for one reason. Also, this is just a small colony. All right. This looks pretty good. Quite a few bees. They've taken quite a bit of the nectar out of, or the feed out of here. I'm gonna pull some of these frames out. See if they're ready for another box. This maybe their first super. A lot of nectar in there. It's kind of dry right here. Same, got a lot of nectar. If I were to find several sheets of brood in the top box, but it's just a lot of nectar. All right. Let's slide this back down. Got a pretty good little cluster right here, kind of toward the middle. I don't get the impression they're ready for a second box. I see a frame and just foundation right here. A few bees on it. I can hear my radio still on my truck over there. I got my truck running. This is the outside frame, so I'm just going to leave it. Well, I might. Let me see. Let me slide it over one. Maybe they'll work on that bottom some. Make sure there's no brood over here. I don't want to break up the brood. I mean, there is a time of the year where you're just kind of done looking in your hives and going through them. I can sense that now, but you still have hives that you need to check. If you're adding the queen or working a split or a nuke, trying to get it up and going, I guess, you need to make sure that there's still a queen. Or there's still a queen right, things like that, but or seeing if they're ready for a box. I'm pulling some of this grass out here. There's so much I gotta do. I keep forgetting I need to get those shingles, lay those shingles out here. That will help. But now my main goal is to see that all the hives that don't have supers, whether they're single deeps or double deeps, if they need another box. I don't think any of these guys right here are ready. Let me check this guy here. I'm going to say yes. All right. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to grab. Let me shake the grass off here. All right. All right, it's just 10 frames of foundation. Probably won't get any honey on this one right here. But maybe they'll start drawing out some comb. So I want to take this off. I need to get some shims. Put under here. All right. I feel a sneeze coming on, guys. Excuse me. Not ready for another box. You can see this sucker. I don't know. This is the queen from the other apiary. They may need to be broken down. All right, I'm seeing some brood and some larvae on both sides and down there. I feel like I take a gamble on this one every time. I'm gonna put it back. Let me make sure I don't have any. Yeah, nothing really. There's some weight here though. And my nose is starting to run. A lot of weight in there. Just a lot of space to lay, a lot of backfilling. Golly, my nose. Let me grab my bucket. The sun is hot. It's going to be hot on that iPhone. Yep. There's some brood here. Seriously, guys, the queen is right here. The queen is right here. The candy is eaten out halfway.